Since 2003, this is the Sports Source, East Tennessee's #1 sports talk show.
Presented by Pipe Wrench, and by Junk Be Gone, and by the Garza Law Firm.
With your host, John Pennington. The Sports Source starts now.
Good Sunday morning and welcome into the Sports Source here in the Junk Be Gone studio. We appreciate you joining us today. Tennessee walloped Vanderbilt last night at 88-53, and it actually wasn't the biggest lead of the night. It was a complete demolished job on the Commodores. We'll obviously get into that. We'll talk about where the NCAA, they previewed their bracket. Where do they have the Vols seated? What does that mean? We'll look at that. We'll look at all kinds of stuff today. Deep dive into the Tennessee team, minutes that they're playing, what they've looked like at home versus the road versus quad one opponents. Where's the one area of the floor where they're not getting a lot of shots from, and could that come back to bite them? That kind of stuff. And then we'll also get into football. So we got a packed show. Let's get right into it. First segment of our show brought to you by our friends at Junk Be Gone. This week I was looking at my garage, and it's basically become a place for a car. It's gone from a place for a car to just a jam-packed storage unit, unfortunately. I wish it was just a place for a car. So it's time to clean that up and haul stuff out. When I've got to clean stuff up and haul stuff out, I call Junk Be Gone. You should too. No one helps with spring or pre-spring cleaning like Junk Be Gone. JunkBeGone.biz to learn more about this great local family-owned company. All right, let's welcome in the first wave of panelists for the day right down here. Jimmy Himes, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks to Will West right there. Mark Pancratz, former D1 basketball player, former assistant coach for Tennessee. Mark, thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
and thank you, Chuck Cavaleris, for being here. Appreciate you for being here. We got two more waiting in the wings, so it is a packed show. I promise you that. When you hit 14 three-pointers, hold the other guy to 33% from the floor, it's going to be a good night. When you have five guys in double digits and you lead by 41 at any one point, it's going to be a good night. When the other team turns it over 19 times, it's going to be a good night. When all that stuff happens, it's a great night. And that's what happened yesterday as Tennessee just absolutely sunk the Commodores. Mark Pancratz, we always do takeaways. What were your takeaways from that one?
Well, I mean, you mentioned, you start out shooting the ball the way that we did, moving the basketball, the tempo was there, the crispness on the offensive side. Vanderbilt, just the turnovers got them. But when you have 28 assists and 7 turnovers, yes, you got to shoot the ball well to get the assist, but the way that we moved the ball was just different than what we saw in some of our losses where we got a little stagnant. We moved the ball well last night and obviously made shots, which helps. Now,
Vanderbilt gave Tennessee quite a game in Nashville, so you're playing at home. How much of this, in your opinion, there's no way to gauge it, how much of this, in your opinion, was the butt-chewing they got from Rick Barnes, which had to come after Texas A&M? How much of this was you're on your home floor and you're against a bad opponent?
Yeah, I think that all goes into it. And he didn't play well against Vanderbilt at their place.
Yeah. So, all right, other takeaways.
To me, it's when Josiah Jordan-James and Santiago Vescovi are playing well on the same night, look out. They are really good. It's only the fourth game this year, if my research is correct, where both of them had double digits on the same night. The others, they beat Illinois, which is a quality team, and they beat Kentucky on the road. And then you got Vanderbilt, and then the other one was Tarleton State. When those two guys are playing, because you can pretty much count on Kennett and Ziegler, right?
Yeah.
The next most reliable guy to me is Jonas Adu.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can get Vescovi, who broke out of his slump, and James to play at a pretty good level and be productive, I think Tennessee is as an outstanding team, and they may wiggle their way into a #1 seed if they keep playing like that.
They used the bench too, right? No starter played more than 24 minutes. I thought that was great growth on Barnes' part. I thought that Tennessee utilizing good. It was good to see Carr. It was good to see these guys.
He
right?
watches the show.
You did. That's what it is.
Then you really won't like the segment we're doing in a couple. So,
but it was good to see these young guys get an opportunity. To me, I always look at Nick Saban, right? They blow everybody out. Second half, he's got his second string, third string in. By the end, he's got his walk-ons. And then those guys, by the time it's their time to start, they have some real game minutes. Tennessee did that last night. We saw Carr. We saw so many of these other guys that we haven't seen this season. Mm-hmm. And I think, one, you rest your starters. Two, we get some real game minutes for these guys that at some point in time, if you're going to make a deep tournament run, they're probably going to be called upon.
Yeah, the thing that stood out to me was where they're sharing the ball. I mean, it's the first time in 3 years you had 3 players with at least 5 assists. And when Tennessee's doing that, and Jimmy's right, that's what I had down too. Vescovi, what was he on 3-pointers? 4 or 5?
4 or 5.
When he's doing that, I think James also plays better too, it looks like to me. And then you saw what ESPN Analytics, I noticed this before the game, gave Tennessee a 99% chance of winning. I think it was 100.
Yeah, they undershot it.
They undershot it.
And we got some stats that are popping up here for you. Mark, go ahead.
Yeah, to Jimmy's point and what Chuck mentioned too, I looked it up. In our wins, those top three, I've said all year, the differentiator is going to be the other two guys, the other three guys, Ken Vescovi, Josiah, Gainey's had a couple nights.
Yep.
Those guys, what are their performances going to be? Because that takes us to the next level. If you look at in our wins, the top three guys in Connect, Ziegler, and Adu, they've scored 60% of our points. In our losses, they've scored 75% of our points. So you've not gotten the Josiahs, the Vescovis, those other guys stepping up. And we've scored 66 points in our losses versus 88 points in our wins. When you've got more of those guys, those veterans in Vescovi and Josiah stepping up and playing, that's the difference of this team. This team's got three guys that are pretty doggone consistent, but it's those other guys that showed up last night that Vanderbilt, whether they got a guy or two, they don't have the depth to withstand what Tennessee brought last night.
And John, a quick note on that with Vescovi and James, and Tennessee's 3 SEC losses, they combined for 5 points, 9 points, and 12. And so that to Mark's point about you've got to have some other pieces that come through. And when they play well, I just think they're a much more dangerous team.
I would also just kind of caution the fan base. Look, that's not a lot of – you hit 45% beyond the arc. You might not do that again the rest of the season, right? So you hit a lot of shots. What happens with this offense when you aren't hitting shots, when you're shooting 38%? Not poorly. That's good for a team, but it's not the same where you're going to blow somebody out. Also, not everybody's Vanderbilt. Tennessee was clearly just better than they are.
Truly.
Well, we'll tell you what, we've seen it. We miss shots and we end up scoring in the 60s versus in the 80s when we're hitting shots and we're winning. And I think that's where the coaching staff has to continue to spread the floor out, run their ball screens, attack downhill, as opposed to what you saw when we've missed some shots. We get more stationary and we become easier to guard. That's when you got to push the tempo. You got to spread the floor out. You got to attack downhill. And that's when you've seen Adu really evolve because he can pick and pop a little bit, but, man, he can get out of ball screens and he can roll and he can finish at the rim, and it just makes the defense really put them in a tough position.
And more, the people are realizing Adu is really the most improved player in the SEC over the past couple of years, which, would you guys agree with that?
Absolutely.
And then you got Ziegler, who may be the defensive player of the year, and he may be an all-SEC point guard. And then you put that with Connect, it may be the player of the year in the SEC. That's why you can hum along with that. And meanwhile, guys, Rick Barnes is 2 wins away from 800. That's some pretty strong stuff.
Good deal. That's the kind of segment I like where I just duck out of the way and let you guys talk. Perfect. Easy for me. Let me tell you what's coming up on the show, on the docket here. Should Tennessee be using the bench more? Can you tell that whole thing was put together before they won by 100 last night? But we'll talk about their bench minutes overall. We'll take a deep dive into this Tennessee team with numbers and facts, predictions for their last 6 games. Well, the last 4 are going to be tough. Heupel needs to hire 2 coaches. We'll talk about that. The delay in the lawsuit, looks like a misspelling. Gee, I wonder what idiot named John Pennington did the graphic. Delay in the lawsuit, is that good for Tennessee? Is that a good sign? A 2-minute warning for college football, an expanded NCAA tournament, and a 9-game SEC schedule. We'll cover all those that came up this week. And then SEC football win totals, the over-unders are out from the gambling services. We'll break those down as well. It is a jam-packed one. Come on back on the Sports Source.